All right, what is up? I am going to be calling some agents up. All right, what is up? Looking for some deals on the MLS. Agents up. Okay, should be up on Facebook now. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to share my screen here and we'll go hunting for some deals on the MLS. Let's call up some agents, see what's going on with their listings that aren't moving. Okay, another thing that's kind of difficult to do here. There's like a zillion buttons on Zoom. Which one is the one that will share my screen? Okay, cool. There we go. Hey, Colin, how's it going? What you up to today, other than watching me? Okay, so let's go. So here's what I do. I'll start over here on Pelago. This is my most favorite real estate website ever. And so basically I want to find deals on the MLS that have been sitting there for a while where the seller's got like some serious motivation because there's some distress with the property and it hasn't been selling, and then call the listing agent up and find out what's going on with it. So what I like to do is I'll start with an area. So in this case, let's do Tacoma. And then I will go ahead and filter the property to try to find some indicators that the seller has got some sort of motivation. So first of all, I'll just start with houses since there's so many properties here. We got a total of 307 in Tacoma. So I'm just going to filter down by houses first, but then I'm going to go start to look for keywords that might indicate that they're might be more motivated to sell. So I'm going to look for the term invest. Actually, it's just invest an option here. No, so okay, so I'll do investor, I'll do investment. Investors. So this will catch anything where they're indicating that this could be a good deal for an investor. TLC, fixer, handyman. Okay, there's nothing with handy in the keywords here. What's another? As is, maybe. So we see got about 29 here out of 307. And then you can add any other potential indicators. Motivated would be another good one. Maybe tool belt, tool or tools. All right, so we got what we got here, 37 now properties. So go ahead and apply those changes to the search criteria, see what we come up with. Then I like to sort this by days on market, oldest. Okay, so now the thing is, Pelago does a pretty decent job of estimating ARV. They'll get you like in the ballpark here. And see what's going on here. They'll at least get you in the ballpark with the ARV. This is like their ARV is way better than the Zestimate or Redfin's number, because they're actually like looking at flips in the area and stuff like that. So Juan is asking, do buyers go around you trying to wait for your contract to expire? Sometimes, but I mean, if you're at a pretty good price, if you got this locked up at a pretty good price, chances are you can get a buyer for it before your contract expires. So somebody runs the risk of missing out on the deal if they're just going to try to wait it out for your contract to expire. And then how, with the market changing, how are the buyers buying price and comping a property? They're definitely putting a bigger discount on what they want to pay for. What we're seeing is buyers paying like maybe 60% of ARV for these deals now. So Colin, helping the boss remodel his kitchen. That's awesome. So okay, let's see what's going on here. So like this deal, it's been on the market for 191 days. It's looks like it's way overpriced, at least according to what Pelago thinks the ARV is. They started at 800K. Now they're at 700. It's got a dadu in the back, so that could be why Pelago might be having a hard time comping this. If it's like got multiple units and stuff, it's not always great. But this looks like it's in pretty much remodeled shape. So I'm gonna skip this one here. So this one came back on the market 2 days ago. It's a short sale, so I don't want to touch that one right now either. Those are going to be difficult to try to wholesale. Okay, so what do we got here? So this one's been on the market for a while. Show me the history. Okay, so they bought it 4 years ago at 240, came on the market 6 months ago at 550. They've been dropping the price steadily since then. It's like every couple of weeks, it looks like they're dropping the price. So it seems like there's some motivation there to sell. So seller is motivated. Okay, so let's get in decent shape too. Pretty clean. That's kind of funky there. I don't know if that's like a finished basement or what. Yeah, that work looks like it could use some redoing there. So okay, there's definitely some work to be done to this property. The seller seems motivated, so let's give this listing agent a call up and see what they have to say. So the thing that Pelago doesn't give you is it doesn't give you the actual listing agents. So I'm going to have to take this address and go over to realtor.com and then I think at the bottom, towards the bottom of the page, it will give the listing agent number, Elijah Ben. Let's see if he's answering his phone on a Friday just before lunch. Okay, 188. This is not a direct number, obviously, if it's a 1-800 number. But...
Yes, routing. Please press 102 for Welcome County. 103 for Kim Pierce Thurston and Snohomish County. 104 for Spokane. Welcome to EXP Realty. Please press 100 for
Sigh. So I guess that is not his number. So next thing up is I'll just do a Google search for his name directly. Now I also have MLS access, but just to show you how I'm doing this. If you don't have MLS access, this is how I would go about it. So you can find his he's got his info available on Zillow here. So let's see here. 253-376-18. I'm using CallRail. Actually, I shouldn't be using CallRail. I hate that with extreme prejudice. So I am going to be using smartphone actually as the other dialer that I'm using. So I gotta log into it here. The thing I like about smartphone is it integrates directly with Podio, so it keeps track of who I'm calling, how long I'm talking to them, whether they answer the phone, any text messages that are coming in, like all of that stuff gets tracked in the CRM. So whereas CallRail doesn't do that out of the box. And CallRail frequently crashes and hangs and data disappears. Okay, let's try this again.
Please leave your message for 253376180.
Doesn't even confirm his name. Hey, Elijah, this is Rob Tripolowski. I was calling about a property that you have listed at 3702 South Wilkeson Street, and just want to see if it's still available and get the story on what's going on with it. If you can give me a call back or send me a text at this number, that would be great. Thanks a lot. Bye. Maybe that's why it's not selling. Agent doesn't answer his phone. So Jackson's asking, can smartphone integrate with Podio? Yeah, it's got integration with Podio out of the box. Very cool. One asking, what do you estimate for rehab costs? I just ballpark it. Everybody's got their own scope of work and exit strategy. So I just kind of look at the pics and put a very, very rough estimate on it. Cam, what's going on? You're looking for some off-market flips in Arizona. Are you looking for yourself, or you have an investor that's buying down there? I feel like Arizona should be like especially Phoenix area, like finding deals down there should be super easy at this point from what I hear from people. Sounds like there's like not as many people buying down there right now. Okay, so this one's interesting. So this one listed at 475, immediately went pending. Maybe not immediately, a few weeks later went pending, and then back on the market like a couple months later. Home is being sold as is. Okay. Pelagos at, thinks ARV 635. Definitely. Wow. That wood paneling is amazing. Okay, so definitely could use some cosmetic updates. It's pretty big, almost 3,000 square feet, so that's not going to be a cheap rehab. So let's see. Listed by the Person Real Estate Group. Let's go find out who's got this listing. Yeah, so you're looking for yourself and for investors in Arizona. What's it like trying to get deals from wholesalers down there? It's like every wholesaling guru seems to be based out of Phoenix. Got Jamil, Pace, Sean Terry, Cody Sperber, like all these guys are in Phoenix. I wonder how they're doing right now. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Okay, Lauren Hardman. Let's see if this is a real number. Oops. Typo. Try this again.
You've reached Person Real Estate Group in Enumclaw. Our office hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you reach this recording during office hours, we are either on another line or away from our. Please press 1 to leave your name, number, and a short message, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you and have a great day. If you have a mailbox on this system, press pound. Enter the extension number of the party you are calling. To dial by name, press 9. Mailbox 401. At the tone, record your message.
What's going on here?
Recording, press pound, or simply hang up.
Hey, this message is for Lauren. I'm calling about the listing on South 49th Street in Tacoma and wanted to see if it was still available. I'm an investor looking for a property to flip and just had some questions about this one. If you give me a call back when you have a chance or send me a text at this number, that would be great. Thanks a lot. Bye. Nobody's answering their phone today. I would love to sell a deal to Jamil Cam. He can feature it on his triple digit flip show. I'm not sure how many deals they're still buying for themselves right now, though. That's kind of what I'm curious about. Okay, so let's take a look at this one here. So far, nobody's answering their phone. Active listing at 600 Pelago ARV at 335. Definitely looks like it could use some cosmetic updates. 10 unit apartment building approved. Okay. let's not touch that. This is a deal that's sort of the value is in the land, and so it's going to be a bit tougher to try to line up for a buyer for. This one looks like it's new construction, most likely. Yeah, that looks pretty new. So all right, this one here could be promising. ARV 415, 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,000 square feet. Oh, wow. This is an investor's dream. Bring your tool belt and paintbrush. Oh, there's a bonus basement, Rambler on a quiet street. Unfinished basement, 900 square feet, not counted in this total square footage. Okay. That's interesting. I'll have to find out how tall the ceiling is. So the cool thing about this ARV calculator is you could go change the structure. Oh, I might have looked at this deal before, actually. It's got the updated. So I added a couple of bedrooms and a bathroom downstairs and bumped up the square footage. Okay, so that puts the new ARV at almost 500. So this is getting warmer. It probably still have to be like maybe around 250 in order for it to work, but let's take a look at the price history on it. So sold 6 years ago for 191, came on the market at 410. They canceled it, came back on at 360. Dropped it a month later, and then dropped it again a few weeks later. All right, so definitely worth talking to the agent on this deal. Let's see who's got it. Tracy.
Hey, Kelly, well, I'll just get back again.
Hi, this is Rob Tripolowski. I'm calling about property available on South Junette Street in Tacoma.
Yes, sir. We do happen to see the agent over that property.
It looks like it's Tracy Zuck is the listing agent.
Yes, sir. I will send you to the clerk to be able to answer your questions. I don't want to give you the wrong answer for anything.
Sure. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. You have a good one.
Thanks, you too. Finally, might get somebody on the phone here.
This is Tracy.
Hey, Tracy, this is Rob Tripolowski. I was calling about property on Junette Street in Tacoma.
Yes.
Is it still available?
It is.
So yeah, so I'm an investor. I do flips and rentals, and saw this property. It's been sitting there for a bit and looks like it could use some love. And so wanted to call and kind of get the story on what's going on with it.
Okay. Well, we've gotten multiple offers, but he is not going to budge on the price.
Okay.
So that being the problem. Inside, it's not trash. It's just messy, and I'm not having people sell it because they have a huge pit bull.
Oh wow.
They haven't been very good about putting away, and so I just don't want anybody to have an. I had someone show up and it was loose in the yard, and it guards the house, and they were very afraid of it. So
Dang.
this was like, forget it. I'm not taking a chance with people.
Wow.
So, super nice people, just kind of not responsible.
Yeah. So it sounds like this must not be a great listing for you if the sellers aren't like being very cooperative.
No, not at all. So, in fact, we are trying to find his wife to take it off the market, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been about a week and he hasn't found.
Oh, okay. So if they take it off the market, then what are their plans? Why are they selling it in the first place?
Want to move to out towards his mother out in Roy,
Mm-hmm.
and so they were gonna. That was the plan, and then he got hurt at work, and then so we took it off the market for 45 days, and we put it back on, and it's just not seeming to be working for us at the moment.
Yeah.
Like I said, that I don't think they emotionally or physically ready yet. So we're hoping to just take it off the market and put it back on maybe in the spring or so.
Okay. All right. So it's a situation where they want to move if they can get the price that they want, but they don't have to move.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it sounds like quite the opposite. It sounds like they're making your job quite a bit harder.
Yeah, it's hard when you lunch with people and nobody seems very motivated but you.
Yeah, yeah.
The full story on it. I will also tell you, it does not have a heat source. That's why it's cast. If he deactivated it, had oil, and he got rid of that. So they live with space heaters. And then the only other thing is the basement.
Mm-hmm.
It has a full bathroom, and it's actually a pretty decent space, except for the windows are just those little cut slant windows that you couldn't make it an ADU unless you made one of the windows a little bit larger.
Okay.
Constitute cutting some concrete out.
Okay, that's doable.
Yeah, totally doable.
How tall is the ceiling down there? Yeah. Like, okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's over, well, 6.5 feet is kind of, well, I'm not sure about Tacoma, but usually like 6.5, 7 feet's kind of like the minimum it needs to be to, be permitted as living space. But okay, yeah, I mean, honestly, I have to probably be in the 200s on this.
Yeah.
And that's probably what you're hearing from other people as well, I'm guessing. What? He won't do 305? Oh my God, that's like, he should take that deal in this market right now. Oh man.
You can't force someone to sell. And they already did the sewer scope as well, and the sewer scope was fine.
Wow. He won't take a 305 offer, huh?
You know why I'm like, let's just get it off the market.
Yeah. Would they be open to terms on it, or does it have to be cash?
They need to cash to get out so they can go buy something else.
Okay. All right. I always like to ask that because sometimes cash offer is definitely going to be lower, but if we can do terms, I can sometimes pay higher to what they're wanting to get if they're flexible and how they get paid. So
yeah.
Okay.
What I'm working with.
Yeah. Do you have anything else available or coming up right now that might be worth looking at?
No, everything went under contract already.
Okay.
Everything I could think of that needed, help.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, I'll keep your number, and if he comes in reason, or if something else comes on the market, I'll definitely give you a call.
Okay, yeah, awesome. And I'll follow up with you again in a few weeks and just check in and see if you come across anything, or see if these sellers have had a change in their situation where they decide they just need this thing to be gone. What's your direct line? Because the number I called, it went to some like main office number.
Sure. 253
Mm-hmm.
208
Mm-hmm.
4796, and my name is Tracy Duck. D-U-C-K.
Okay, awesome, cool. All right, thanks a lot, Tracy. Okay, thanks. Okay, bye-bye. I'm getting like the same story from so many sellers right now. I can't believe this guy won't take a 305. He's asking 320, and this thing, we probably wouldn't pay more than 250 for it. So, yes, there's a reason it's been sitting on the market for 107 days. All right, let's see if we can get a couple more calls in here. I don't even know what I'm looking at on Facebook Live here. The feed seems to be way delayed. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at this. This one was just relisted 2 weeks ago. Make an offer in all caps. It's got a pool. It looks clean. Definitely dated. Pretty big. Does it have a view? The perfect Airbnb. A must-see motivated seller. Gosh. It's at 725. It'd have to be much lower than 686 on it or 650 on it if ARV is really around 700. But they've dropped their price quite a bit over the last few months. So let's see who's got this listing here. Copy the address. What is going on? I'll try refreshing it here. Okay, this thing refresh. Still can't copy the address. I guess I'm going to have to type it with my fingers. Well, it looks like one of these agents is possibly calling back. I don't know if it's an agent for sure or not, though, so I'm not going to answer it. Could be my mom. And I don't want to talk to her about the holiday party on a Facebook Live. All right, here we go. Barb Zimmerman. Huh. That doesn't look like a Barb, though. I'll try calling that number anyway.
Good afternoon, John S. Realty.
Hi, is this Barb?
No, it is not. How can I help you?
Oh, I was trying to reach Barb Zimmerman about a listing she has on North James Street in Tacoma.
One second here. You said North James Street, right?
Yes.
Okay, one second. do you happen to see the,
MLS number?
yeah,
Yeah, it's 198-4204.
okay. What can I answer for you about this home?
Well, I'm an investor looking for a flip and saw this one's been sitting on the market for a bit. I kind of want to get more about the backstory on what's going on with it and the sellers. It said make an offer on the listing, so it sounds like they might be pretty motivated.
Yeah, she's related to the sellers. I think it's her parents' house.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I can want to give you her direct number. You can ask her, but yeah, she's selling. I think, like I said, I think it's her parents. But are you ready to write?
Yep.
Okay, it's 253-861-5775.
Okay, cool. All right, I will give her a call.
All right. Hey,
Okay.
have a great day.
All right, thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye. Interesting. Okay, so there's going to be some emotional attachment there. This is her parents' place, so of course it's worth more than everybody is offering on it. But we'll see how much she wants an offer on it. You guys hear these calls? I'm not sure how the microphone is on this.
Hi, you reached Bart Zimmerman, your real estate broker consultant. Feel free to leave me your name and number, and I will always get back with you as soon as possible. Feel free to also try and text me. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.
Hey, Barb, this is Rob Tripolowski. I was calling about a listing you have on North James Street in Tacoma. I'm an investor looking for a flip and had some questions about it. So if you give me a call back or send me a text at this number, I would appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Bye. Okay, do one more call. That was actually the agent that called me back about the Wilkeson deal here. Where is it? No, it's not showing the addresses in here. It's this one. Yes, okay. And this agent's name looks familiar too. All right, let's see what's going on. This will be our last call. Hey, Elijah.
How's it going?
Good. How you doing? This is Rob. Hey, so I just called a little while ago about the deal on Wilkeson Street in Tacoma. Yeah. Hey, so I'm an investor. I'm looking for flips. Just going through the MLS right now, seeing what's available, and came across this one. So wanted to reach out and kind of get the backstory on what's going on with it.
Yeah, obviously, like, I don't know if you're looking at the MLS, but like I stated, it's sat for that long because the tenant blocked a lot of showings. He's been there since last November. He just left November 11th. And so that's what kind of stagnated the sale, or more or less caused it to be on the market for that. With that being said, she got on 11th. There we pretty much just cleaned the carpet, touched up the paint, and put it on the market. Of course, with the interest rates being where it is and it being the end of the year, a lot of Washingtonians don't buy houses except, investors like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But the average buyer, they're kind of slow to, buy a property and whatnot. But anyways, overall, there's nothing wrong with the home. The roof is just fine. It's a metal roof. I've never had issues with flooding in the basement. There's no issues with the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
The gutters could probably be updated. It's an older home, but they're not terribly bad, but that's just transparency on that. The electrical panel works just fine. I had a professional electrician not too long ago go and check my panel. He said everything's just fine. But other than that, it's just clean basic because it was an investment property I invested into. I'm the owner broker, and I just used it as a rental. So,
Okay.
I just got Home Depot carpet. I bought Formica countertops. I got some white cabinets from a buddy of mine who was also flipping, and he didn't need them anymore. He just bought them. And I had a painter that I had. I said, hey, just go ahead and paint the house, make it look nice.
Mm-hmm.
But internally, there's no issue. Like, it's good bones. It's a solid home. A lot of people, based on those price points, that I had it at, even all the way up to 450, 500, 480, etc. At those price points, the average buyer, they see 4-bedroom, 3-bedroom, they're coming to see full-size bedrooms. It's an older home, so the attic bedrooms is not a style. So what I've been having to do is just reduce the price to get someone who's more interested in it, And the reason why I'm selling it is because I'm moving to Arizona. But there's nothing wrong with the home.
Okay.
The last person who rented it out, he paid me $2,500 a month. I'm probably going to bump the rent up to about $2,750, $28, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's still a renter's market. You can still get decent rent. And for others, I told them, just like I said in the listing, the house next door, that guy built a brand new house there. That was my land connected to my home. I subdivided the lot, got it permitted as a separate parcel, and sold it to him. So he built a brand new home. That house is almost done. Being that house 3702 is on the corner, a corner lot with a brand new home right next to it. Future. Of course, we're in the market because of the interest rates. But once all that stuff is done and the election and all that other stuff gets done with the interest rates and the Fed get done playing that game, offsetting inflation, for an investor who's in it for a while, it should be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
So is the basement finished then? Is there?
The basement is finished.
Okay.
When I first saw that, the filler was raw. So I had to put sheetrock up, tape it, mud it, spray it, paint it, new carpets in there. The bathroom that was there already existed, and it consists of a jetted tub, okay, with a bathroom stall and a sink.
Okay.
And there's a separate entrance that you come in from the bathroom.
Okay. So the 2216 square footage, that includes the basement then as well. Okay. And then the 4-bed, 2-bath. So how many
So you're technically 3-bed, 2-bath. Your main bath is upstairs on the main floor, and then the bottom basement has a bathroom. It's marketed as a 4 because I finished the bath. I finished the basement because you can put a bed down there, kind of like a mother-in-law.
Oh, I see.
Like a suite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I looked at the price the way I did. And I started looking at 3-bedrooms and said, well, if this guy right here gets, this property sold at a 3-bed, 1-bath, 3-bed, 2-bath at this price, then let me just try to make the deal a little bit sweeter for the average buyer or investor so that way I can get this thing sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
You have to praise tax assessed value, at 448 of last June this year. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. 448. Okay. I'm looking at the 2021 total. It's showing 378 for the assessment, but okay. So yeah, I'm just debating whether or not this is like really a flip type property. I mean, I buy rentals as well. I have a couple of rentals not too far from Tacoma Mall. But I pretty much look for anything that's like value add. That's kind of what I do. So anything that needs some work where I can then have some equity in it when I'm done with it. So I don't know if this particular deal is a good candidate for that or not. I mean, for a cash offer, I think it'd have to be much lower than 385. If you're open to terms, I might be able to pay closer to what you're wanting for it.
What particular terms are you speaking of?
Well, do you currently own it free and clear? Do you have a mortgage in place on it, or?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So I mean, I bought a number of properties subject to existing mortgage before. So some creative finance strategies that I've done in the past is either, buying it on a lease option where I'm basically, you get to maintain some of the cash flow on it. I have the right to, purchase it at a later point in the future for a fixed price. So like say 385, 12 months from now or 24 months from now or some point in the future. That way you can maintain the cash flow on it. You don't have to worry about the tenants or anything like that. Doing any maintenance, any sort of work on it. And then, you're able to still get the price that you want. The other potential option is to purchase it and basically, I'm not sure if you're familiar with what subject to is, but leaving the existing financing in place, I don't have to go out and get my own financing for it. I could afford to pay a higher price for it. So that's another potential strategy for buying it on terms where I could pay you a higher price than I would be able to if if we were just to do a cash offer on it.
Cash offer. What would that cash offer be?
So if we were to do a cash offer, I think it's going to have to be much further below the 385 that you currently have it listed at right now. Why would it have to be lower? Because we're gonna have to get our own financing in place for it. We're gonna have so basically the way we purchase properties is we either have private investors or we're using hard money to purchase the property, where we have costs associated with that, which are pretty high.
Right. Yeah.
Meaning if we go that route, that's why we can't offer as much, because there's additional costs associated with doing the transaction that way, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand, man. Everyone wants a deal. If this house was, had a leaking roof and, some major issues going on,
Mm-hmm.
and it was distressed, and, I would probably be the perfect guy to talk to.
Right.
But, it doesn't have any of those issues. I'm not interested in none of that.
Yeah. 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 So have you got offers on it already at this point?
He was going to make an offer, but then they changed their mind. No one complained about my price after I reduced it. They just said they don't like the layout.
Mm.
So buyers are real finicky right now.
Oh yeah. That's for sure. Like, it seems like homes have to be perfect right now. Like if a buyer sees anything wrong with it, like they're like, okay, I'm gonna go look elsewhere, because they've got so many options to choose from right now, right? So, but I mean, what's your plan if if you still don't have a buyer in another month or in 2 months?
Let's split it out. That's all. Let's split it up fairly.
Mm-hmm.
It'll reach out immediately.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably gonna be your best option at this point. If, you know, the tenant's been out for over a month and you haven't had anybody give you a firm offer on it at this point. But, all right.
Let me know.
Yeah, for sure. I will. All right. Thanks a lot. Okay. See you. Bye. Oh, man. Oh, poor guy. Another unrealistic seller wanting full retail for a property that needs some work. So anyway, so Barb Zimmerman on her parents' deal is the only one I didn't get to talk to, and I doubt she's gonna selling her parents' place. Says make an offer, but she wants retail for a property that needs probably more than $100,000 worth of work to it. So I'll give her a call back. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, just DM me, and you know, I can help you take a look at some numbers on some deals that you're looking at. So I will chat with you guys later. See ya.